All right,
Like,
but what do you think about Tekashi laughing about this, but he himself has had charges in regards to children, right?
Well, a Tekashi thing, let's look at that, right? He was laughing at a song. Okay. Everybody laughing at a song.
All right, man. Well, what did you think of when 6ix9ine was on Danza project and he called Hassan crazy, and him and Danza was making fun of Hassan, calling him Thyson and talking about him getting touched by Bam? You think that was cool?
I mean, Hassan is a sad case. I was cool with Hassan, but you know what was messed up about Hassan is that he burned bridges, and he don't know how the art of keeping relationships. And in this world, you need certain relationships. He had academics at the beck and call. He had so many people, but the thing is, Hassan don't like to travel. He talk a good one, but he don't like to go and do interviews. You know, if somebody tell me, yo, Gotti, I want you to come and do an interview, I'm gonna do an interview. I might come with one dude with me. You know what I'm saying? I might come with two dudes with me, but I'm gonna do an interview. You know, we gonna do the interview, we're gonna get home safe. You know, I'm not like when he was say he was gonna go to California with Houston to do the interview with the dude. I told my cousin and me was gonna go out there with him. He kept talking about, yo, they got the bag. So a lot of people just look at Hassan, they can't respect him because he don't live what he preach. He would have been respected if he'd have lived what he preached. But Hassan is so ego driven and so got this narcissistic mentality, and his anger and his illness and his mental, because alcoholism is an illness. He drinks and say a lot of crazy shit. Like, he flipped on me, Panda. Like, I was on Main and Milkman podcast behind the bar, and I didn't say nothing bad about her song. All I said was, you know what, my bad if I said something wrong. And I'm just gonna do me, but I'm still gonna support. I never said I was gonna stop fucking with him. I never said I was gonna stop rocking with his channel. He came up there and violated me. Oh, nigga, you Flavor Flav and niggas don't give a fuck about you. I say Bulletz Gotti and all the disrespect he said about me. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't warranted for the disrespect, because I didn't disrespect him. So this is why I say, like, dudes get their own karma. And now, he's the laughing stock of YouTube. Why? Because let's keep it real, man. You can't take a man serious that don't take himself serious. You feel what I'm saying, Panda?
Well, Hassan called them out for laughing at something that happened to an adolescent child version of himself, not a grown version.
Yeah, but he always do that. He did that with Miss Jones and Monifa. He did that with everybody. Like, dude, like, let's just keep it real, right? You'll get on platforms. Like, Hassan have gotten drunk and say, yo, Bam, you wanna give me some head? Like, you the one that said, yo, this man died. Put his joint on your thighs and jizzed on it. This is what you said on platforms, right? This is a dude that you said did the whole bid with you, took you shopping. I know where Bam lived. Bam didn't even live in Bronx River. He lived in Parkchester, Unionport Road. My great grandparents lived maybe 2 buildings down from Bam. No, in fact, he lived in the same building. He lived in the same building as Bam, right? So Bam, when he talk about Bam, like Bam was still in Parkchester, Bronx River. Bam left Bronx River in the late 80s and moved to Parkchester. So how could you be in contact with Bam when Bam wasn't even in Bronx River? And then when you really take a look at it, you really do your due diligence on Hassan, and you go watch his sister's channel, Medina Pullins, who's a well-renowned pastor, and you watch the interview she do with her pops. I don't hear them saying none of that nonsense Hassan be saying. They say a whole different thing. And he don't even support his sister channel. And she got a whole YouTube channel. You don't even see his sister bring him on the platform. He don't even bring his own father on the platform. But she's sitting up there with her father, having a conversation. So, it's a lot of
but you don't know
contradiction.
their relationship though. You don't know they experience with each other.
Listen, if that's my family and my family got a YouTube channel, I'm supporting my family. If that's my father and my father's on a YouTube channel with my sister, I got to bring my father on
But
my
do you know
channel.
if they on like positive terms with each other though?
He take pictures with his father. He take pictures. He said, "Yo, that's what I love my pops." Like he told me, "Yo, my pops is this, my pops is that." He be up there bragging about his pops. So this is what I say is contradiction with him. He'll say some off the wall stuff about, penetrating young children. He'll talk some off the wall stuff about penetrating men.
All right,
Like,
but what do you think about Tekashi laughing about this, but he himself has had charges in regards to children, right?
Well, a Tekashi thing, let's look at that, right? He was laughing at a song. Okay. Everybody laughed at a song. But Tekashi charges, like, let's really look at that. He was a teenager when that happened.
He was 18.
He was 18. But he wasn't an adult yet. He was still young.
Oh, you
right?
technically an adult at 18.
Yeah. But as in legal stead, a male don't turn an adult until they 21.
That's not true. At 18, you're an adult.
In the law, like if you go to jail, yeah, you an adult. But what I'm saying is when if you go to the club or you go somewhere, you can't drink, you can't. It's 21. Everything is 21. But you legally is an adult. Yes, 18. Yes, but in the situation with Tekashi, it was alleged that he didn't know the girl was what she was
13.
like 13, 14, 15, yeah, 13. He didn't know, right? And in that situation, that's a tricky situation. That's not like what Hassan alleges Bam. He's saying Bam was like in his 30s.
Right.
So it's kind of different than a person that's like 18, 17, 16, because that's to me, that's not a red thing. Like I remember going to school and I would see dudes when I was in junior high, they would be like 16 in high school and they got a girlfriend in junior high school. That wasn't like something strange. But at the end of the day, Hassan has been saying a lot of things that put your antennas up and say, hold up, homie, you sound like a predator. You heard him say certain things that is questionable. Like he talking about sodomizing men. I don't know any victims playing like that. You know victims playing like that, Panda?
I've never heard him say that.
I've heard him say. He said it on a joint when he talk about Doggy Diamonds. Where he said he gonna F him.
Oh, I've never heard that, but I got to go back and listen to see.
Go look it up. Go look it up. And he said, and another thing, he said about this dude. He said, I don't play with light skinned niggas. He said, I'm a put a banana in your tailpipe. So when I hear things like that, that's questionable. Just like anything is questionable, because it makes Hassan look like, oh, you a predator. If you saying this one's a predator, you a predator. You feel what I'm saying?
But even with that said, right, with the Tekashi thing, don't you think though that Tekashi shouldn't be saying anything though if he's got some kind of charges against him?
I mean, listen, he shouldn't say anything, but at the end of the day, you can't get mad at Tekashi if he's saying it. You can't get mad at him because Hassan don't take himself seriously. Hassan don't take you so seriously.
What'd you think of the comments that Akademiks made recently about Hassan, and Hassan implying that Ak was at a meeting discussing getting him demonetized and all that stuff?
Yeah, but see, Hassan think everybody getting him demonetized. He's when he got demonetized the first time, he said Fat Joe got him demonetized. And he won this is how me and him fell out, right? He told me this. He said, yo, Gotti, I got demonetized. And he was the one saying Akademiks. He called Akademiks about it, right? He was on the phone with Akademiks. But he was like, yo, Gotti, bro, they demonetized me, Fat Joe, and them doing this and that. And I need you to do a video about the hip hop museum and how I was underage on a Midnight Marauders cover and go at Fat Joe. And I'm saying to myself, I just can't. I had a flag on my channel, right? And I'm saying to myself, this man don't even care if I catch another flag on my channel. So he want me to get flagged too, right? So that's when I said I had to distance myself from a song when he said that goofy stuff, right? And the thing is, it's like, why would you want me to destroy my platform? You should be telling me, yo, be careful, don't say certain things, and keep your platform. You telling me to destroy my platform. Then get me flagged off of allegations. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make no sense to me. You know, but that's how he rolled. That's how he rolled. And so with Akademiks, I'm not surprised. You know, Akademiks was trying to fuck with him. And, you know, he basically, you know, showed his ass. But that's what these dudes do. You know, Hassan is an ungrateful dude. He's not satisfied with success and with relationships. He don't care because he burns it down. You know, his thing is, it's me, me, me. That's the narcissism in him. You know what I'm saying? He wake up on some bullshit. Instead of him waking up on some real shit, he waking up on some bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
When we did our first interview almost 2 years ago, during that interview, you apologized to Hassan. It was like you was making peace, but it didn't last. Why didn't it last? Why couldn't you let it go?
Because he kept going at me crazy online. And I tried to let it go. I try to be reasonable. But when you dealing with somebody like Hassan, he's the type of dude that likes when people diss him, that likes people going at him. He don't understand peace. He don't understand an olive branch. I gave him an olive branch. He didn't want to take that olive branch. His thing was, you know, he felt I did something to him when I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? All I just said was I'm doing my own thing. That's not me saying, oh, fuck you, Hassan. That's me saying, yo, I want to do my own thing. I don't want to really get into none of that propaganda you got going on. I got my own situations that I got going on. I want to just keep doing what I'm doing. And you know, he didn't respect that. I had a situation with Troy Ave. He was going at Troy Ave. I'm doing business with Troy Ave. Why would you do something and I told you on the phone that's not what it is? You know, he couldn't listen to what I told him on the phone. He wanted to fuck up my situation. You know what I'm saying? And Hassan never paid me for anything I did for him. You know what I'm saying? Troy Ave broke bread with me. So if somebody break bread with me, why would I want to fuck up that? That's an opportunity for me to get more connections and more bags for me. Like he didn't respect me trying to make a bag for myself. You know what I'm saying? So to count on him to get a bag, you could miss me with that because he ain't helping me with no bags.